Aaron Rodgers' last season, not only as a Pittsburgh Steeler, but as an NFL quarterback, finishing his Hall of Fame legacy. I think he did good enough to help us win last year, given our circumstances. I don't think obviously he's not able to carry an offense anymore like he was an MVP for. But I think he did good enough to help us, move the train along. He won us our division. He got us in the playoffs. I really glad actually that he's coming back for one last season, because I do not want him to end like he did against the Texans in that playoff game. It was horrendous. I mean, he had 3,300 passing yards, 24 touchdowns, 7 picks, 94.8 passer rating. He started all games. I think he was really good at avoiding mistakes last year. That was one thing I noticed from him. He rarely turned the ball over. He would make the smart decisions that I would see a lot of our past younger quarterbacks at the helm make a lot more of. So I think that is definitely working in our favor. I mean, he had a 1.4 interception rate last year. Also, I'm looking forward to see how much knowledge he can drop on Will Howard and Drew Aller going forward, given that most people are probably looking at them as the future of the quarterback spot in Pittsburgh. I'm still unsure about how that is, but that's a whole nother discussion. I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to make the most out of his quarterback legacy here in this last Steelers season, especially finishing off with Mike McCarthy. But speaking of Mike McCarthy, it's funny because I don't know how many Steeler fans feel this way too, but when he first got hired, when I first heard that he was our new coach taking over for Tomlin, I wasn't a big fan. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't a big fan because I just did not see the value in him, but I kind of forget how much value he provides, and here's why. He would have, I think he had like consecutive back-to-back seasons being 12-5 with the Cowboys. But I will say that McCarthy, it's grown on me because McCarthy's been making a lot of good additions and adjustments that we needed to make, especially on the offensive side for our team. I had Rico Dowdle, Michael Pittman. We got a new offensive coordinator in Brian Angelicio, and a new defensive coordinator in Patrick Graham, who was also his linebackers coach, I think, in 2018. I think those are some good forward steps from McCarthy's end to kind of put our team in the right direction here going forward. He's going to probably aim to increase our run game scheme more, which has also been an issue in the past year. And considering what we drafted and what we acquired from this past offseason, I think that's what the direction they're going in. I don't think that we're going to be an offense that's going to be a pass attack offense. I think we're going to kind of primarily be a run heavy physical offense again. And I think we got some good pieces in the right direction to improve that. That first playoff win in the last 10 years. I'd be so happy to see that. So that's the biggest thing I'm looking for. If we get that, I think that's a great season from our end. Some impactful players I want to shout out that I think will make a great impact for the 2026 season. Joey Porter Jr. He's been one of my favorites as of recent since he joined the team 2 seasons ago. He's definitely been improving every season. PFF credited him with 11 pass breakouts, which is 7th among all active cornerbacks. And opposing quarterbacks had just a 56.2 passer rating when targeting against him. He also cut down on his penalties last year. He committed 17 penalties in 2024 and only cut that down to 9 penalties in 2025 committed. That was a big issue that was put on his profile coming out of Penn State into the draft. So it's good to see him make improvements, especially if we expect him to be our future corner 1, CB1 there. I think that the more playing time he gets, he's just going to be better and better. I think his physical press corner ability and profile is just helping him more and more. I've seen him do pretty good against the top receivers like the Jamar Chases and Justin Jeffersons and all of them. So I think that he's in good shape right now. I think he'll make a great impact if he'll stay healthy and keep improving those aspects there. Another player I want to shout out is Nick Herbig. I think Nick Herbig's been a very underrated player on the Steelers. I think he had like 7.5, 8 sacks, depending on last year. He had an 87.1 pass rush grade, 8th among 8th among qualified edge rushers, 86.7 overall PFF, which was 7th among qualified edge rushers. The fact that he's doing all this on a limited workload with Alex Highsmith and TJ Watt at the edge, that says numbers. So I think that with him breaking like the top, PFF also gave him a top 10 spot in final 2025 pass rusher rankings. So that's also saying something there. I think that he's been a great addition to the team, given that we drafted him not too long ago. He's only 24 years old too. So the more that he learns under Alex Highsmith and TJ, he's going to be a monster. I think he's going to be an absolute problem to opposing offenses. And the last player I want to shout out as an impact that I think he'll have on this next year is our newest addition, one of our newest additions, Rico Dowdle. I think that he's an impactful piece for this year because not only is he coming off back-to-back 1,000-yard rushing seasons, but he also increases our run game identity. He's definitely an upgrade from Najee Harris. I think that he's also better at catching the ball, and I think him and Jalen Warren will definitely complement each other in that committee right there. I think that we will win our division at 9-8. I don't see that changing until I see it proven that we can go better than 9-8. I also see that we have a decent schedule, some tough matchups here and there, but we play the AFC and NFC South with Broncos, Eagles, and Patriots as our 3 random teams scattered in along with our division rivals. I think that we can go at least 9-8 there. I think that it's going to be basically the same thing as last handful of seasons until I get proven otherwise. So as long as it wins us the division, I don't care. And if we make playoffs, just please win a playoff game. That's all we're asking as Steelers fans. If you agree with me, comment below.